how much did you risk per trade early on
Yeah.
versus now later? Like you've talked about, it's much more dynamic where the A plus setups are gonna they're worth more risk because the potential is greater.
Right.
But over your career, how did that concentration change, if at all, and
Right.
also that risk per trade change
Now, it's a
typically?
it's a really good question. So my senior year of college, when I turned that 5,000 to a million, I was all in every single trade, every single time. I didn't know anything different, 100% in. Now I want to follow up to that statement of, yeah, I did turn 5,000 into a million in as about 8 months, but the following 3 months, I lost 500,000 really quick. I had the mindset when I graduated from college in May with $1 million. I thought, okay, that June, July, August, I want to finish the summer with 3 to 4 million in my account. Well, the market changed a little bit, and maybe obviously my knowledge was not that great, so my $1 million went down to 500 really quick. So that was a great lesson in money management. So I wired out 400,000, started trading with 100 right there, to kind of just protect myself. So really, even the
Right.
next couple of years, if I was going to be in a position, it was mostly all in. But again, it was all in with a much smaller account. It was a $100,000 account, and what I did and what I've continued to do for 20 years is wire out at the end of the month. So when I was trading, at the age of 22 or 23, if I had 100,000, whatever I'd make at the end of the month, I wired out, whether that be 30 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand, wired it out, put it in the bank, or alternative investments. So for several years now, I did continue to grow my account, during that time, but I've
Yeah.
always been somebody that wires out. So when, when I had that account of 100,000, or, a few years later, 200,000, I was still going almost all in on a lot of trades. But again, all in meant all in my trading account. And that number over the years slowly got to be a smaller and smaller percentage of my net
Your
worth. So
total.
if I say all in,
Right.
it's not all in on my net worth. It's all in on my trading account, which is a fraction of my net worth. And that honestly really helped me because, I realized that, if I ever felt pressured in my early days to make money, like I need to make money today, or I've got to pay this bill, or I want to buy this, I would lose every day. One thing that helped me throughout the years and helped me have success is when I go to my computer and I have a free and clear mind that if I make money, great. If the setup is there, great. But if I try to push things that are not there, it turns out to be really bad. So what really helped me is continuing to wire out, continue to put money in alternative investments that were growing, and knowing not that I would ever want or expect a blow up of my trading account, but if I lost some of my trading account, it would be okay because I have these backups. So now, as I continue to grow and I went on to have, like a seven-figure trading account, yeah, I'm not going to risk all that. The percentage of my account that I would be willing to risk would be much, much, much lower. But if I would go all in on a trade, let's say I had $1 million account and I go all in on $1 million, I'm not risking $1 million. So one thing that has really helped me, and maybe you're going to touch base on this a little bit, but I have, extreme risk management. So if I could go all in on $1 million, I'd be willing to lose maybe, again, every position is different. It's hard to say, but maybe
Yeah.
20, 30, 40,000, 50,000, 5% of that would be the max where I said, hey, this is wrong. I mean, my entry was wrong.